basically, today, I recently purchased a rare beauty item. So obviously I'm going to base an entire look slash video around the fact that I now have a rare beauty product. So we're going to do a Selena Gomez recreation today. I did do her, what's it called? Her Vogue thing. I followed her Vogue tutorial like a couple months ago, but that was more of her like signature wing, red lip type of thing. So if you want to watch it, link is in the description for you. Today I want to try and recreate this look. Actually, I don't know why I keep doing these dark smoky looks, because every time I do them I'm like, they don't suit me. So I don't know why I keep trying to do them, but oh well, we're gonna try again today. And I can't say it'll be the last time I try it either. Also, if you haven't already, hit subscribe. It would be very much appreciated. Anywho, let's get into it, shall we? Okay, for her base, she's matte but also glowy. I don't really know what's going on. So we're gonna mix a mattifying primer with an illuminator and just see how this goes. So we're gonna go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish foundation primer. Do a little squeeze of that. Next, we're going to use the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator. Give that a little squeeze. We don't want too much of this because it is pink. We are joined by some big boys today. I say today, it's been about a week and they still haven't left. So, okay, now that we are primed, what step comes after primer? Foundation. Now, I can't find my Urban Decay one. I've literally spent about 20 minutes looking for this Urban Decay one and it's right next to my laptop. I was so ready to be like, I'm going to use this. It's going to be a bit on the orange side, but not to worry because they can mix. Ugh. I love it when things fall in place. We're going to use the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation in the shade 21 Nude. We're going to use the Stay Naked Urban Decay Weightless Foundation in the shade 11NN. Please put this on. It's now washed. I haven't worn this for a while in one of my videos, or just in general, you know what I mean? This bow makes me so happy. I did wash it though, and now it's gone like skewiff, but it's fine. So like I said, I'm gonna mix these. Okay, we're gonna first use a brush to blend it in, and then we'll go over it with a sponge. Make sure everything's blended seamlessly. Now the sponge. Okay, as you can see, we're not that covered. So we're going to go in with some very full coverage concealer. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer 16 Hours, just so you know. And I'm going to use the shades Fair Warm and Light Beige. We're going to go in with the light beige one first. We're going to use this over these annoying things on my face and any scarring that we have. Now we're going to go in with the lighter one and put it under the eyes. She's got very bright under eyes, so we're going to completely cover the under eyes with it. This is such a light concealer, it's actually a joke. Gonna go down the center of the face as well. It's because she's very bright in all the right places. Now we're gonna use, do we use a sponge to blend first or do we use the brush? We'll use a brush first. Where's my brush? There it is. Leave the blemishes till last. There's so many weird noises going on in my house. Do you ever get that like when you're like home alone and then you just hear like weird noises and you're like, hello? I'm kind of trying to be like, I don't know if you've seen, is it Scary Movie? No, it's not Scary Movie. What's the one? I can't remember his name. It's not Marlon. Is it Marlon? It's not Marlon. Takes the mick out of the Paranormal Activity movies and stuff like that. Oh my god, I'm gonna try and find his name in like the movie I'm on about. I'm trying to act like they do in that part of the movie where they just ignore like the paranormal stuff going on. They're like sat in the kitchen and it's like causing absolute chaos. And they just like sat there like, okay. You do your thing, boo. I'm trying to do that every time I hear like a scary noise in my house, but I'm not gonna lie, it is difficult. Okay, I've just gone back in with some more of the lighter concealer because first of all, her under eyes, like I said, are very, very bright, so I've put just a little bit more on to help us out in that region. But also, some of my acne scarring does not want to cover up, especially this bad boy. Don't even get me started on that one. So this is probably gonna make the face look a bit on the cakey side, but that's the reality of it, isn't it? Just the reality of it. I'm sure Selena Gomez has been through that phase, so we're not gonna be sad about it. Okay, we're gonna stipple this out with the brush. And I like to go in with the lighter one when things don't cover up properly, because I find that if I put the deeper one on, like keep layering it, I get like a little dark patch and I don't want that. So I'm just trying to make sure everything looks a bit more even, do you know what I mean? It's always really annoying when you have like that, when like you've got spots that are like healing, because then they do that, like, that flaky thing. It's so annoying because you're like, I just want my face to look flawless. But you know, it's not realistic, so we're not gonna get too upset. From a distance at least, we'll look smoking. Do you know what I mean? We'll look banging. This one here really does not want to cover and it's doing my head in. So what we are going to do, after we've done our cream products and we've put powder on, I'm going to go back in with some more concealer because I find that that kind of helps it a little bit. It does make it look very cakey. But once again, what we're going to do about it. So next, I'm going to use some of the Soleil de Tan Chanel. Looks like that, if you hadn't seen it before. I'm going to take, oh, I have a whiteboard. I just dropped all the pens off it. Like they're magnetic, see? So they just like stick to the board. I just knocked them all off in one single nudge. So I'm gonna keep it up here. She keeps it more towards this region, so we'll keep it there too. We are gonna go in with some powder products too, but as soon as we're using a cream blush, because I really want to try out her cream blush, even though I don't know if it was like a thing back when this photo was, because I'm guessing it's an old photo, like maybe like a few years old. So I don't think Rare Beauty was more like much of a thing then, but it doesn't matter, we're gonna use it anyway. Blush is blush. So I'm gonna put a tiny bit, we're not gonna bring this too far onto the actual middle of the forehead, we're gonna keep it more in the hairline, but we're gonna have quite a bit of it on the edges here. And I like to make sure I get the ends of my eyebrows so that everything blends together. A little bit on the chin and under the nose, and a bit like over the nose a little bit. The annoying thing about this photo is I can't really see much of what's going on like the face, so we're gonna have to improvise a little bit, but I'm just gonna try and make it look as flawless as possible. But now we're on to the fun bit, which is the Rare Beauty blush. I'm so excited to try it because everyone always talks about, well, first of all of their products, but the blush in particular, don't they? So I've gone for the shade Happy, mainly because it was the only one left on the site. But I think this is more of like a shade I would go for anyway. When I was looking at, like, you know, they do the swatches on the arm. This is probably what I would have gone for anyway, because the only other one that was available was like a really deep, like plum colour. And I don't think I'd be able to use that. So we're gonna use the shade Happy. They always say to, I'm so excited, this looks intense though. They say to like use a tiny bit, don't they? Because it's pigmented. We're gonna do one side at a time. We'll start with this side just because you can see it better. We're gonna keep it by like here because she doesn't have much. She doesn't have any on the apples of the cheeks, so I'm scared. Let's get my brush ready. Or do we use a sponge? Oh, I'm just faffing now. Right, we'll start with 2 dots. Oh, that's a pretty colour. Okay. We'll start with a brush. Oh, it's pigmented. Very pigmented. I really like it. I'm gonna just tap it out with a sponge, if you hadn't seen already. Okay, I love it. That's so pretty. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do the other side. Just so we're evened out. How many did I put on that side? Sorry. I'm gonna put, I think I put 2, didn't I? Okay. Did I put 2 on the other side? This looks a bit much. Okay, I officially love this blush. Okay, let's move on before I put too much on, okay? Because she doesn't have much blush on in this photo, so we'll go ham on a different day. I have that motivation app and one just came through and it said, life is too short to care about other people's opinions. Yes, it is. Now we're gonna set the face. I'm gonna use the RCMA No Cut Powder. First I'm gonna set the under eyes, so I've made sure there's no creasing under the eyes. Gonna use a little poofy thing. I'm gonna press it on the under eyes. Now we put that on the under eyes. Where's my brush? There it is. I'm gonna take all the hair off my fluffy brush first. Take a fluffy brush. I'm just gonna set the face. I'm gonna leave Jesus. Oh, fluff on the face. Oh my god, I'm a mess. We're gonna leave the cheek area. Okay, like I said about this spot, I'm gonna quickly pop some powder over it, tap it away with the sponge, go in with a lighter concealer, and pop the tiniest bit on top. Leave it there for a second. Whilst we bronze the face, we're gonna go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer on like a little angled brush. Just gonna put it where we put all the bronzer before. I'm only gonna put the tiniest bit over the cheeks because we want to keep that blush poking through. Fantastic. Now we're going to try and blend out this spot. Not blend out the spot, blend out the concealer. Jesus, we don't want a spot everywhere. Okay, we like tried. Do you know what I mean? It's better than it was. So we're going to now actually set that in place. I'm going to leave that to do its thing for a little while we contour. I like to take the Tartelette in Bloom palette. This we're going to contour our jawline. Oh, there's hair everywhere. I'm going to take that shade. Now I'm going to take a brush like this and go into the same colour. I'm going to contour the nose. I'm not going to try and contour my nose like her nose. I say that every time I do a recreation. I'm like, I'm not doing the nose like they do. We're going to take some underneath the lip because she's got very pouty lips. Just create that little bit of a shadow. Now I'm going to take a sponge and just blend it out a little bit though. Now we can take our poofy thing again, get a little bit of powder on the end and go down the edges of the nose. Next up we're going to put some highlighter on. I'm going to use this Dior palette and I'm going to take, I can't really see her cheeks so I don't know what's going on, but her nose highlight looks very bright. So we're going to use, we'll use majority white with a little bit of the gold one. We're going to just keep it up here. Because down here doesn't look very glowy on her. It just looks very like bright with like powder and stuff. Oh no, I'm hitting pan. That's sad. Shows that it's well loved though. Okay, up here looks a bit bright too. Like glowy bright. And her chin looks very bright. Wonderful. Next we're going to do our brows. She has very defined filled in brows. So we're going to brush up our brows. I'm going to use the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit in the shade 4.5. And I'm going to try my hardest to make these look somewhat similar. So. Oof, that is a long eyebrow. Jesus, Nick, you need to calm down. Where's my sponge? There it is. And with the fronts of my eyebrows, I like, ow. Every time. With the fronts of my eyebrows, I like to take a spoolie and brush up the line that I drew underneath. They are intense, to say the least. We're gonna brush off this bake from around the face, on the nose, take it off. Now we're gonna add the highlight to the nose. So we're gonna go back into the Dior palette. It doesn't seem to have be like a dot on her nose, like it's kind of like a nice glaze over the nose. We're just gonna take the white one and do like a nice sweep on the end. And then some up here, kind of bring it down the nose. Okay, now it's time for the eyes. I'm nervous, but we're gonna give it a go. So we're gonna go in with the James Charles palette. And we're gonna take, this brown up here on a little fluffy brush. And we're gonna use this just above the crease. We're gonna kind of bring it out back here. I'm gonna kind of bring it on to where the nose contour is. Okay, we're now gonna go into the Jaclyn Hill palette and take this colour down here. It's like a deep brown. And we're gonna add it to the outer third of the eye. Oh, it's very pigmented. Kind of wing it up to the line we kind of winged out before. Okay, just to warm it up like a little bit, we're gonna take this brown here, which is still like a deep brown, but it's more like warm toned. And we're gonna add it over that colour and through the crease. Okay, next, I'm gonna go into this Tarte palette on the same brush, and we're gonna use the colour that we contoured with, so it's kind of like a neutral brown. Mix it with a bit of like the cream colour, just so it's not as intense. And we're gonna put it over the lid. I'm gonna go into the under eyes a second. I'm gonna take a pencil brush. I'm gonna go into like the warm toned one and that sort of like dark one. We're gonna just run it across the entire lash line. Now we're gonna use the same brush and go into a black colour. We're gonna put it right close to the lash line. She's taken it all the way into her inner corner. Okay, now I'm just blending it out with a fluffy brush that we've been using the entire time. I feel like this is very much a trust the process type of look, because right now I look terrifying. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of the black colour and mix it with a bit of like an orangey brown. We're going to add it the outer third, kind of blend it through the crease. Okay, now I'm just going back in with just the brown, and I'm adding some warmth back up here. Now we're going to take a pencil eyeliner, and I've got a black one. I'm going to put this in my waterline and line all the way into the inner corner. Okay, now we're going to do some liquid eyeliner. This is the Rimmel London Glam Eyes in the shade Black Glamour. We're going to completely line the eye and then do like a semi-thick wing on the outer. I'll explain when I've done it. I did come back to show you, but you can't really see. So I'll do this, then I'll explain. Okay, this is not my proudest wing, but see, when I look down, it does that weird thing, but that's just because I got hooded eyes, so I have to do that. Can you see what I did? It's like lined, but then sort of thick on the outside. That's what we're going for. Sorry, I got an itchy nose. We're going to pop some mascara on. I'm going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I'm just going to put a little bit on because we are going to put some lashes on. Okay, she puts a lot of lower lash mascara on. So I'm going to load up the bottom lashes. For lashes, I'm going to use these ones. I can't really remember the name of it. If I can find the box, I'll put the name on the screen. But if I can't, I do apologise. But they just look like this. I got them on Amazon. Another noise just happened. I'm going to use these ones because hers are quite intense. So I'm going to use the Benefit Real False Lashes Invisible Lash Glue. Pop a bit on. Oh, that was a bit much. While still waiting for them to dry, we're going to prep our lips. This is the Lucas, I don't know if it's Papaw or Pawpaw because I watched a Leah Holton video and she said Pawpaw and she's Australian. So I'm going to say Pawpaw. The Lucas Pawpaw ointment. It's extraordinary for the lips. Okay, now we're going to attempt to put the lashes on. Oh, I hate this part. Okay, we're quickly just going to put some brow highlight on. She doesn't have too much of a brow highlight, but we're going to go into this colour from the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's like a really light nude colour with some shimmer in it. So we're going to pop it on the brow bone. Okay, for lips, also I took the headband out because I had to go and answer the door. Didn't want to go downstairs looking like that. For lips, I'm going to use the Obsession lip liner in the shade Hook Up. Just to completely overline the lips. Next I'm going to go in with this number 7 blush tint in the shade 15 Blossom. I'm going to add a little bit to the lips. I'm going to go in with a bit of this Bare Minerals lipstick in the shade Moxie, just in the centre. And now to set the face, I'm going to use some of this Primark Sunset Beam Coconut Water. And I don't want to get my eyes wet. We'll just do it from afar. And this is where we've arrived at. I can't say it's my favourite look on myself, but you know, we tried. Obviously I wasn't going to come out of this looking anywhere similar to Selena Gomez, but this blush, I haven't put any more blush over it or anything. Usually blush is like one of the first things to disappear from your face, right? It's still there. It's still thriving. Selena hun. It's just phenomenal. If you did enjoy this video, hit subscribe because, you know, I've got plenty of recreations already up on my channel and I've also got many more to come. If you did enjoy this type of video, then make sure you hit subscribe. Follow me on all of my socials, you know, my Instagram, my Twitter. Follow me on TikTok if you want to follow me on TikTok. I don't really post on there. I think I've got like 3 videos, but nonetheless, it would be fab. And yeah, so hit subscribe and I hope I will see you in the next video.